You just hit $100,000 in savings. Congratulations! You're now 10% of the way to $1 million, right? Wrong. You're actually one-third of the way there. And this isn't some feel-good optimism. This is pure, provable math, the kind that builds fortunes but most of us never learn. Let's talk about what most people think. You want $1 million. You save 100,000. Simple math says you need to do that 9 more times, 9 more decades of grinding, 9 more cycles of sacrifice. That is incredibly discouraging. It's the reason people give up. They hit that first 100 grand after 10 years of hard work and think, I need to do this 9 more times? I'll be 100 years old. But that's not how wealth actually works. The truth is, your money grows in 2 ways: the money you add and the money your money makes for you. When you're starting from zero, all the growth comes from you. You put in $100, you have $100. Every single dollar in that account is a dollar you put there. You are doing all of the work. But once you hit $100,000, the game changes. Your money starts doing some serious work on its own. Let's use an 8% annual return, which is roughly the stock market's historical average. Your $100,000 is now making you $8,000 a year. That's $667 a month. Let me say that again. Your money is now generating more cash every month than the average person even manages to save. You've reached a tipping point where your wealth is working harder than most people work. See, in year 1, you start with your $100,000. It grows by $8,000. You also save your usual $10,000. At the end of the year, you have $118,000. The next year, that 118 grows by 8%. That's $9,440. It's accelerating, and you didn't work any harder. Your money just worked on a bigger base. So, let's fast forward. How long does it take to get from $100,000 to $200,000? If you're still saving $10,000 a year, it doesn't take 10 years. It takes about 6. Why? Because your original 100 grand is compounding. It's making 8,000, then 9,000, then 10,000. Your investments are now contributing almost as much as you are. Okay, what about from 200,000 to 300,000? How long? About 4 years, not 6, 4. Because now your $200,000 is making $16,000 a year. You're contributing 10. Your money is officially outworking you. From here, it just gets faster. 300 to 400,000 takes about 3.5 years. 400 to 500,000, 3 years. By the time you hit $500,000, your money is making $40,000 a year from that 8% return. You're only adding 10,000. Your money is doing 4 times the work that you are. This is why your first $100,000 is 1/3 of the journey, not because of the dollar amount, but because of the time. Getting to that first 100 grand might take you 10 years, but getting from that point all the way to $1 million takes about 27 more years with that same savings rate. Your first 100 grand took up 10 years of a 37-year journey. That's 27%, roughly 1/3 of the entire time commitment. This is the math they don't teach in school. This is why giving up when you have $50,000 is a huge mistake. You're halfway to the launch pad. The investor Charlie Munger famously said, the first 100,000 is a bitch, but you have to do it because once you do, the math changes in your favor and the snowball starts an avalanche. So, how do you get to that first $100,000 faster? Step 1, increase your savings rate. Obvious, I know, but if you're saving $10,000 a year, it takes 10 years. If you save $20,000, it takes 5, half the time. That extra 10 grand doesn't just cut the timeline in half, it cuts the compound interest timeline in half. You're hitting the acceleration point 5 years earlier, and those 5 extra years of compound growth on a 6-figure sum, that's worth hundreds of thousands by retirement. Find the money. A side hustle, a promotion, cutting expenses, whatever it takes. Because every year you shave off the front end is worth exponentially more on the back end. But that effort is for nothing if you fail at step 2. Don't touch it. This is where most people lose. They get to $30,000 or $50,000 and life happens. A new car, a down payment, a wedding, and they pull it out. You just reset the clock. You're back to zero on the compound interest timeline. That 30,000 wasn't just 30,000. It was the foundation for exponential growth, and you killed it. That first 100K is sacred. Don't touch it for a vacation. Don't touch it for a car. Guard it like your future depends on it, because it does. Step 3. Optimize your returns. The difference between a 5% return and an 8% return is massive over time. Getting to 100K, it's about the same, but going from 100K to a million, at 5%, that takes 40 more years. At 8%, it takes 27. That 3% difference is 13 years of your life. Get your money out of savings accounts earning nothing. Get it working at market rates in index funds and diversified portfolios. You need to average that 7 to 10% long term. This is how you compress time. And that's the real goal here. Step 4. Understand the goal isn't the money. The goal is time. Getting to 100K in 10 years is good. Getting there in 5 is transformative. You're buying yourself 5 extra years of compound growth. Picture this. Someone hits 100,000 at age 30. Someone else hits it at age 40. Both retire at 65. The 30-year-old ends up with about $2.5 million. The 40-year-old, around 800,000. Same savings rate. The only difference is time. This is why your 20s and 30s are a superpower. Not because you earn the most, but because every dollar you invest has the longest to grow. Here's the brutal truth. Most people never hit 100,000 in investments. They get to 20, maybe 30,000 and life happens. They rate it, they give up because it feels too slow. But the people who push through, the ones who grind to that first 100K, they almost always make it to a million. Because once you hit 6 figures, the math is on your side. Your money is working for you. Your 100,000 is now a wealth-generating engine. It's making $8,000 a year without you lifting a finger. Then 9, then 10, then 15. The first 100K is the hardest part. It's where you do all the work, where progress is a crawl. But if you make it through, you've built a machine that works without you. So, if you're at $10,000 right now, you're not 1% of the way to a million. You're 10% of the way to the point where everything changes. If you're at 50,000, you're halfway to the inflection point. Don't quit, don't pull it out, don't slow down, because the next 100K comes twice as fast, and the one after that comes even faster. And before you know it, you're not chasing $1 million. You're watching it happen.